So I finally have a bit of free time and I can talk about one of the favorite things that I've ever done in my whole life. So Friday and Saturday I was kind of busy because I was doing a Saint Jude run. And so kind of what that is for some background, I've been kind of running for about the past 5 years, right? Doing 5K, triathlon, 10K, that kind of stuff. And I did this event 4 years ago and I did it yesterday. And it's called the Saint Jude Run. And we ran from Mattoon, where I live, to Peoria, Illinois. And it's about 140 miles. And we were raising money for kids with cancer. And it's my absolute favorite thing to do. I'll get into that in a second. So, 140 miles, it might seem long, but there was about 60 of us running or so, and I got done with my brother. That was cool. It was probably the first distance in Illinois. I know, like, person caught some short, like, the short distance was this town called Washington, Illinois, to Peoria, which is about 12 miles, so, not that far, like, a lot shorter than 140, but also there's a group that went all the way to Memphis, Tennessee, where the main St. Jude Hospital is, and ran all the way to Peoria, Illinois, which is about 450 miles, okay? So, way longer than what we had to do. So, we left Friday morning at 8, and we got there at about 3 p.m. on Saturday, and we just ran all day and then throughout the night, and then like morning, afternoon until we got there. And it's really great. Some of my favorite things that I did, I was talking to my friend JR because he's a cancer survivor, and when you just kind of mention cancer survivor, kid with cancer, because he's a year younger than me, so he was a kid when he had cancer, you usually think of St. Jude. So I'm like, oh, so is it kind of a full circle moment going, like, being a patient at St. Jude, and now you're running to help raise money for St. Jude? Like, I didn't go to St. Jude. I went to St. John. I'm like, oh, well, completely disregard that question. That was stupid of me. We got to run at like 2:30 in the morning, so that was really cool. Just running down the street or the highway, and it being pitch dark outside because it was cloudy out, but it was fun just running in the middle of the night. There was like 8 of us, cause none of us could sleep. I found it funny how could we like run through the streets and stuff like that on like back highways, those little 2-lane streets, highway thing. Yeah, so they have a boombox with music playing the whole time, and one of the songs were Boulevard of Broken Dreams, but we're running to raise money to help kids with cancer. I found that kind of funny. I also found out how one of the songs they played were Highway to Hell. Again, raising money for kids with cancer, and we're playing a song called Highway to Hell. Very ironic. And then it got like up to 108 degrees on Friday, so that was horrible to run in. But also we had to run through the rain as well. So, it was all kind of crazy condition. And we raised like a total of $125,000. And like all the programs together, like all the time that ran, we raised $5.5 million. So that's great. And St. Jude doesn't even have to pay me to shout them out, just like the other charity that I help out. I've been helping the other charity out for 5 years, and they have to pay me to talk about them. They also make me stand outside of stores in the freezing cold, and this one I'm volunteering to run in the heat, so I can't win either way. But yeah, this was fun. Got to do it with my brother, and I don't know how he did, but he ran 30 miles on a torn ACL and a meniscus in his knee. Okay, he's having knee surgery tomorrow, so I don't know how he ran 30 miles. I ran 22, but I don't know how he did that, but man, that's freaking impressive. It was his first time doing it. This is my second time doing it, because it was weird, because the first time I tried to do it 4 years ago, they're like, oh, he can't do it, he's blind or whatever, and then that made this huge uproar and stuff, and they didn't let me do it. So, we'll see if I do it in the future, but I definitely want to. That's why St. Jude probably my favorite charity ever, okay? It's the absolute best. It was a lot of fun.